a wisteria video before, but we didn't have great success. So I wanted to try again with a better germination rate. Try some different methods. Now, if you saw the other video, you see how big the wisteria seed. I've had some come in today and they're the tiniest little seed I've ever seen for wisteria. They're definitely a wisteria, you can tell by the shape, but they are tiny. Look at that on the top of my finger. They should, when you get a wisteria seed, they should be round and flat like that and quite wrinkled. And when you soak them, they puff up quite considerably. So I'm going to try the baggy method today and see if I can get a nice root on them before I put them in the soil. Every time I've put them in the soil, they've rotted out. So this is what we're going to try today. I've got a tub of warm water here, which I'm popping them all in. And they're going to soak for 24 hours in there. Some people soak them longer, but as I said, I'm getting a lot of problems with them rotting out at germination stage. So this is what I'm going with. There we go. I'm going to leave them be for 24 hours. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you the size difference between an unsoaked seed and a soaked one. It's the next morning. They've soaked for 24 hours and we have really nice fat seeds. And this one even has a root coming out. And that's all happened overnight. Look at the size of that nice flat plump seed. Now, below me I've got a wet piece of kitchen towel. You want it wet enough that it's holding water, not dripping it out, but it's holding quite a bit of water. So we're going to put the seeds on. I really want to space them out because if roots do come out, they tend to hook into the paper. You have to be careful about getting them out. And I don't want them to tangle up with each other. So I'm putting them in. Here we go. That's it. There's actually a couple that have got the beginnings of little roots on, but not as much as that one I've just showed you. And all of them are actually nice and fat. There we go. Then we're going to fold the paper over. Trusted baggy method. And we're going to put this inside a Ziploc bag. Leave it somewhere fairly warm, and we're going to check them every single day. You can actually blow some air into the bag if you like. Within a couple of hours, if your bag's working properly, you should see condensation on the edges. And I'll be back with you in a couple of days to see what we've got. We're on about day 4 of the seeds being in the wet paper towel, and I'm really pleased with how this method's working. If you have a look at the paper, there's no mould and there's no sign of any of the seeds deteriorating. And have a look. We've got germination here, here, here. I'm not going to put them in the soil yet. I want those roots to get a little bit longer. But this is definitely a better germination rate than we got putting them in the pots. Look how fat that seed is. It's ready to burst. Apologies for the kid noises out the back. Quick update, look at the roots on those wisteria. Absolutely fantastic. I think we've got 17 out of 20 germinated there. These are going to be going into the pots today. Make sure that you don't overwater. You don't want loads of mould coming up, and that can happen in the pots. I think just throw away the pots and germinate them using the baggy method. So much easier to the problems we had last year. Not a bit of mould in sight on this paper. We'll be putting our second lot of seeds in today, and I'll give you a little update once they have actually got their leaves out and are in pots. And here they are, our little wisteria seedlings. Actually there were some bigger ones than this, but they've already found new homes, so this is what ones we've got left. Out of those 17 that germinated, there are 17 here. A couple are under the soil with shoots coming up. I'll try and zoom in. You can see there's a couple coming up, and at the end I'll show you the root system. They've got fantastic roots on them. So just because the seed was small, it didn't make any difference. This one along, I don't know why this pot's a little bit further on because they're all planted at the same time, but this one, as you can see, it's really starting to look like a little wisteria. There we go. And that's how easy it was, and what a fantastic germination rate for doing your own wisterias. Absolutely lovely. I might try some of the white and pink if you want to check back at a later date. But this was truly much better than our first video for germination rates. We even stuck the 2 that didn't germinate in the hope that they will, because really lovely. And that's really what the difference is between fresh seed and older seed, and also knowing the right method to get your plant germinating. So I hope you have a go at these, because they're truly beautiful plants. Just a tip, if you do grow them on, they like lots and lots of sun. They need something to climb up. They're vigorous climbers when they're happy, and they take about 4 to 5 years to flower before the tree is actually big enough to flower. The flowers come at the beginning of the year before the leaves open, so quite early, and they will absolutely produce these huge purpley blue blooms, which are absolutely stunning. I have seen them as bonsai, and they truly are stunning, but you need to grow them on a little bit before you start cutting them back for bonsais. So have a go, have fun. They really are something fantastic to grow, a really unusual seed, and they can be done very easily if you know the right method, and that's what's key in germinating seed.